Today's episode, I guess it's a twofer. We are doing two quests in this quest log today, only because I feel like they were really small, but they work together in terms of subject of what we're talking about, which is Sheogorath and his two staffs that you can actually acquire in base game Oblivion, the staff of Everscamp and the Wabbajack. The Wabbajack, really well known. That's like the go-to Sheogorath Daedric artifact. But there is something really fun about the staff of Everscamp that I want to talk about. We'll get to that in a little bit. Remember, if you like this video, leave a like and tell your friends that there is a guy who talks about video games that you like, and just share it with them. All right, I appreciate you. I'm glad y'all like the skits, but you know what, your boy, as much as I love making the skits, I love talking about the games just as much. Anyway, so why did I want to talk about these two staffs to begin with? Obviously, both quests associated with getting these staves or having to deal with these staves embody what Sheogorath is, which he's chaos. He is chaos. Without getting into too many lore spoilers for the Shivering Isles, there is obviously... how much of that can I talk about without spoiling it? At some point, there is order and there is chaos. Sheogorath represents the chaos. He's the Daedric god of madness. That's not just... oh, crazy people. It also involves driving people crazy. So our first quest is Whom the Gods Annoy. This is a reference to the saying, who the gods destroy. And this is a saying that refers to a person's actions lead to their own demise, their folly. And obviously with Sheogorath, it is all his doing. It has nothing necessarily to do with the person, other than the fact that this person enjoys collecting antiquities. Referring to our handy dandy Oblivion Player's Guide, Whom Gods Annoy takes place in Naiwal. You'll hear stories around town about animal noises and foul odors coming from Rosentia Galenius' house. If you pick the lock, you can get into her house, no problem. And upon walking in, you can find this Rosentia. See, whenever I saw her, and me being an adult, and I've been on the internet as long as I have, I saw that meme of, like, you know, the white girl and the four black dudes around her on a couch. That's the kind of vibes it kind of gave off. That's just me. I'm being stupid. I don't even know if I should leave that in.
These stupid scamps are driving me crazy.
Yeah, can't help you, sorry.
Fine, just get out. I can take care of myself. I'm at my wit's end. I beg you to help me.
All right, changing my mind.
Oh, thank you. I had a feeling buying that Daedric staff would be trouble. Now I'm paying for it with more than just some gold.
Tell me about the Daedric staff.
A few weeks ago, a spell sword was passing through Naiwal and heard that I liked to buy curiosities. He wanted to sell the staff you see me carrying. I eagerly bought it, knowing the value of Daedric relics. In fact, I was a bit suspicious when he sold it so cheap. His loss, my gain, I figured. After examining it for a bit, I noticed a small word carved on it in runes. Using a book from my library, I translated it. The word was nonsense. However, when I spoke it and held the staff, 4 scamps suddenly appeared. I thought I was done for. Strangely, they all just stood there. It didn't take long before I realized they were following me. I couldn't be seen in town with scamps following, so I decided to discard the staff. I can't explain it, but somehow I can't compel myself to actually let it go. This staff is obviously cursed. Now I'm stuck with it.
So where do I fit in?
I need you to get over to the Mages Guild and talk to a good friend of mine, Alvis Uvenum. She's the only one in town that I trust. I was able to get a message to her earlier, but I've yet to get a reply. If I go, then the scamps will follow and my secret will be revealed to all. Alv should be able to help rid me of this staff. We play cards at the Three Sisters often and are old friends. Seek her advice. The beastly little creatures are nasty, smelly, noisy, and wrecking my beautiful house. I must be rid of them. I can't let people know I have scamps in here, or they'll think I've taken to Daedra worship. Try explaining that to the town guard. Everyone in town knows about my hobby, collecting unusual examples of the arcane crafts. My husband left me quite comfortable, bless his cinders. What will I do with my collection of curiosities when I go? Donate them to the castle, of course. Alvis is a practiced researcher. She's sure to have some good information for you.
You know, talking to her, we also find out that some of that reasoning to her not wanting to go out is, you know, fear of being accused of like a Daedra worshiper. Sometimes I forget that worshiping Daedra is kind of a no-no. We hear about NPCs rambling on about what's going on in, what is it called? What's the islands that the elves live in? The high elves. Dude. The Somerset Isles. There we go. They talk about, yeah, this, and they're like, oh, looks like the Somerset Isles are more dangerous than I realized. And I'm kind of like, whoa, what's the deal? What's wrong with worshiping Daedra? Am I a bad dude for being like, yeah, Daedra worship's fine, I guess. I mean, because, and not all, but you have Zura, you have, I want to say Meridia. Meridia is a little Azura's still Here, let's just do a quick ranking of who, like, top 5 Daedra to worship. Okay, so Azura, I'm gonna put at number 1. Persine, I'm gonna put at number 2. Let's see. Nocturnal's a solid 3. I think that was, you know, at least she bad. You know, she bad. She like that sneaky stuff. All right, she ain't, you know what I'm saying? Sanguine, who don't like to party? Ooh, okay, then we get a little dicey. I would put Meridia before, Moloch Ball, that's for sure. Like, I'm not putting Sheogorath on there because I don't want to be crazy. Listen, we'll talk about Sheogorath worshippers in a second. You don't want to be a Sheogorath worshipper at all. Hermaeus Mora, no. Clavicus Vile, absolutely not. Boethia, nope. Jiggalag, Malakath, ooh. What do they describe Malakath? Is the Daedric Prince of Spurned and the Ostracized, the keeper of the sworn oath and the bloody curse. You know what? See, I would say Meridia is way more racy. So I'm gonna go with Malakath. Shout out to anyone who looks out for those who are being ostracized. Period. And I guess that goes into consideration with what's happening in Oblivion, how people are quite literally summoning portals to hell. So, okay, yeah, maybe Daedra worship isn't that good. Anyway, but after talking to her and kind of understanding who Rosentia is, we find out that she collects antiquities, and she's had several exes in the past. And fair to say that she has her wealth because of her exes. And she just goes around collecting stuff. Which, I mean, cool, good for you. You're to consult Galenius' friend, Alves Uvinium, at the Mages Guild to the west. This dark elf lady reveals that it's the staff of Everscamp, a prank by the Daedric Lord Sheogorath. Prank. Okay, fair enough.
Poor Rosentia. She's been trapped in her house for days.
How'd you know I was here for?
Frankly, the smell gave you away. You must have stepped in... Well, let's just say something that isn't pleasant. Just be sure and keep this quiet. If the other mages even knew that I was involved with Rosentia's new guests, I could get kicked out of the guild.
Listen, joining the guild is like joining the University of Samoa Law School, okay? How do we get rid of the scamps?
Oh, yes. Don't bother trying to kill one of them. As soon as you do, another will take its place. It's endless. Quite the curse, eh? Sheogorath certainly has a sick sense of humor.
What is this staff?
Doing a bit of digging. I'm afraid Rosentia's been stuck with the staff of the Everscamp. Nasty bit of fun by Sheogorath, I'd say. The only way she can be rid of it is if someone willingly accepts it. It can't be discarded in any other manner. No one would buy that thing once it's activated like it's been. The only chance is to return it to its original resting place, Dark Fathom Cave. Inside the cave, there's rumored to be a shrine to Sheogorath. That's where the staff can finally be dropped, and the scamps should remain behind. I also learned that the staff makes the owner move much slower than normal. I suppose it's another way the creator upped the annoyance factor. Please, bring Rosentia this information at once. And if you can, help her. I think she's about to crack under the pressure, poor thing.
A lot of ways you could take this as a Daedric artifact STD, because the way that you get rid of it is you have to find someone who is willing to take it off your hands for you. It's very It Follows, minus the you'll die once the thing gets a hold of you.
I was afraid you wouldn't come back.
Honey, I ain't going nowhere, just like those scamps.
How am I ever going to get scamp smell out of my fine linens?
So they were sleeping with her.
God damn.
All right, I know how to get rid of the Daedric staff.
Oh, please, I beg you. Take this staff to Darkfathom Cave and get rid of it and the scamps forever. I can't fight, and who knows what's guarding the shrine? Plus, do you know how dirty caves are? It'll ruin anything I wear. Do this for me, and I'll reward you with another one of my curios I picked up a few years ago. A valuable ring. Are you ready?
Give me the staff, lady.
Here's the staff. As soon as you leave, the scamps will thankfully follow. Do be careful. I don't wish your death on my hands as well. I'm sorry I ever laid eyes on that thing. Darkfathom Cave isn't that far from here, but the route may be treacherous. Be careful and journey safe.
It's an easy errand. I'll be a rather slow one, as you'll take a 20-point speed hit as long as you possess the staff. Note that you can't use the staff yourself. The cave is home to 7 to 12 level Daedra. I had to deal with scamps. It was easy. And the quick path to the shrine is always down and to the right. Head for Darkfathom Cave as soon as you can. The Everscamp isn't useful at all, and you move slower while stuck with the staff. The remaster, they've added the ability to sprint, and I feel like it doesn't slow you down quite as much. Once you get to the shrine, you get a message that the urge to possess the staff has vanished. Drop it anywhere in the cave next to the shrine, and the scamps will stay there. Go back to Leowin, talk to Galenus for your reward.
I don't see any scamps or the staff. As promised, here's the ring. I bought it from a shop in the Imperial City many years ago for an ex-lover of mine. He ran off with someone else, so now the ring belongs to you. The owner of the shop called it the Ring of Eidolon's Edge. I think you'll like it.
The Ring of Eidolon's Edge with leveled block and blade skill enhancements. Note that Galenus, now staffless and scampless, may now be out and about town again. It's a very nothing quest, but it's a great quest to get us introduced to the Daedric Prince of Madness, Sheogorath. We know that he is the one who planted the staff as a prank to be screwing with people. Say what you want about Sheogorath, there is a way to stop the prank. So it's not unfair. And it says it's useless. It is. But what if I said you can turn this prank into a prank on everyone else? Oh, hell yeah. So my question for you is, have you ever tried to frenzy a guard? It doesn't matter what level the spell is, try to cast frenzy on a guard. I'm gonna give you a second. Just keep this video on in the background while you load up Oblivion. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna assume you're quicker than everyone else is. You're quick like me. And you just realize that frenzy does not work on guards. It doesn't. Guards will not attack other guards. Guards will not attack civilians. Frenzy does not work. However, my friend Chris, and we go way back, he brought it to my attention that there was a glitch where you can frenzy a guard and they'd attack the scamps. Them attacking the scamps would get other guards to attack them. When another guard would attack them, other guards would attack guard number 2 for attacking guard number 1 who got frenzied. Because guard number 3 attacked guard number 2, guard number 4 would attack guard number 3. Because all of them were breaking the law. Interesting. I played around with this for quite a bit of time, and I hope you will all see this and find some kind of amusement out of it. So my advice to anyone would be, before you pick up the Staff of Everscamp, make a save, Preferably go have some decent illusion skills so you can cast Frenzy on a couple guards. And anytime you're bored, load up that save. Bring the Staff of Everscamp out into, I don't know, the Imperial City Marketplace. Cast Frenzy on a guard and watch shit go bananas.
Excuse me, are you all right? I speak for the Emperor. Or, at least I did. What's the matter? Getting tired?
Outside of that, yeah, the Staff of Everscamp is very mundane. You could always train your skills on the scamps, but might as well just work on conjuration and other skills at the same time. Conjure up something with a lot of health that will stick around for a while. So maybe if you want to make a personalized build where you have 4 scamps following you around, hey, that would work. But I would say, for the most part, get rid of the Staff of Everscamp and reload a save anytime you want to have some fun with the Oblivion guards. But Sheogorath is definitely a god who loves staffs. Take that as you will, ladies. Now for our second quest, Sheogorath's Daedric Shrine. No one gives you the location of Sheogorath's Shrine, and it's one of the more difficult ones to find. However, it is one of the easiest to get. You only have to be level 2. It's near the Elsewhere border and less than halfway between Breville and Leowin. You'll soon see the statue on a rise below a great rock. Sheogorath's the mad Daedric Prince, and his followers are probably crazier than he is. Make sure... Absolutely the fuck not. That's what the book says, alright? That's what the book says, not me. Keep in mind, this is official Bethesda book. They said that his followers are crazier than him. Okay. The god of the Daedric Prince of Madness. You don't become the Daedric Prince of Madness without being the maddest.
Have you seen it? Have you seen the light? The bright, shining light? I know it. It waits for you. Speak with Rabel. He knows the way.
I used to be a dog. I got better. Not a better dog, though. I'm a terrible dog now. Tomorrow? Who knows? Ravel may know. Talk to him.
Bugs. Bugs everywhere, all over. Wonderful, tasty bugs. No time for you. Talk to Ravel. He doesn't like the bugs. Not even with mead.
I wish there were children here.
What?
Scrumptious, darling children. I haven't eaten in so long. Ravel will tell me what to do. You too.
Place, not place. Here, not here. Welcome to the Grove of Madness, stranger. Or go away. Who knows? Time will tell.
Can you tell me about the Shrine of Sheogorath?
Killed and ate a Bosmer there, but it made me sick. Saw Lord Sheogorath in the vomitous, so that's all right. Here to sacrifice? A limb would be nice.
I wish to speak with him.
Then approach the shrine. Of course, he won't appear, because it's not raining. He loves the rain. And you'll need an offering. I think a lesser soul gem, a head of lettuce, and some yarn will do the trick. Yes, that's what Sheogorath wants. Go then.
No, there's one guy who's talking about kids. I think y'all need to kick him out the group. I don't care how crazy you are. The moment one of y'all homies start talking about kids like that, you gotta go, bro. You're gonna bring the whole party down. All you have to do is find a head of lettuce, a lesser soul gem, and yarn. Which you can find those anywhere, really. Go find them. I ain't that kind of guy. I trust you to Google that shit. I don't know. Console commands. Figure it out. Bring it back to the shrine. Talk to the shrine. Offer those things up. And we will be introduced to Sheogorath. Now, something that the player's guide does not talk about, because the one I have is before all the DLC stuff came out. Depending on where you are at with the Shivering Isles, you will get different interactions. Spoilers ahead for this 18-year-old game. I understand it's been remastered. A lot of people aren't playing it. So if you have yet to go to Shivering Isles, you get this standard introduction.
Another mortal dares to summon me, and already I'm bored. But enough about me. Let's talk about you. I could turn you into a goat, or a puddle, or a bad idea.
If you have gone to the Shivering Isles and met Sheogorath,
Hi, mortal. What are you doing here, mortal, when I've given you things to do? This is when I should smite you. Give you a serious smite. Completely smitten. When I tell you to do something, I generally mean it! I suppose there's something I can have you do while you're here, though. A little errand, and a lot of fun. Mortal! You could have just stopped by to see me. Would have saved you some lettuce, you know. I believe I'm displeased.
if Sheogorath has disappeared and wandered off, and the Shivering Isles are currently being invaded, you'll get this interaction.
You of all people should realize this is an inopportune time to be in Cyrodiil. Perhaps I've misjudged you. Order is at our doorstep, yet you felt it necessary to offer some yarn to yourself. An interesting choice, to be sure. Time is a strange thing in the Isles, so this may not set us back, and there is a task that needs to be performed.
And if you have mantled as Sheogorath, you will get Haskell to say this.
Praying to yourself, my lord? That's not a good sign. Or perhaps it is. Prince of Madness and all that. While I believe you should be attending to your duties, it is, of course, your prerogative to spend time wherever you wish. Your predecessor did have one task he wanted performed, though he never found a mortal suited for the task. There is a settlement called Border Watch that your predecessor found rather dull. This, of course, offended him greatly. They are a rather superstitious group, living their lives based on omens and prophecy. One such prophecy, the Kashara, was of particular interest.
I like that. I like that attention to detail. It's great that they did that. And honestly, I think if you do Shivering Isles before you do like the mainline quest stuff, it seems like Sheogorath on vacation. Ultimately, regardless of where you are in the Shivering Isles, it'll start the quest where it wants you to go mess with some mortals in a tiny little town called Border Watch. Apparently, not much happens in Border Watch beyond shoddy housekeeping. And my God, listen, I've seen cracked inns with better decoration. Skooma dens. Let's keep it to theme here. But its Khajiit residents are alive to apocalyptic implications in ordinary events. You're to heat things up by making one of their most dire prophecies come true.
Welcome to Border Watch, stranger. You are welcome here. I am Ribasa, shaman of our people.
Random question, what's the Kashara prophecy?
You know of the Kashara prophecy? How odd. Are you some sort of scholar?
Yeah, I dabble.
Wonderful. I would be glad to tell you more. It has been told from our fathers and our fathers' fathers that our time in this place will come to an end. My great-great-great-grandfather Kashara foretold of a time when we would receive 3 signs from the gods, signaling the end of the world.
What are the 3 signs of the Kashara prophecy?
It's a matter of trust, and I don't trust you enough yet.
Bribe him. Bribe him.
I see. You're
Surely
good.
you trust me now?
These are the signs as they were foretold. First, there is the plague of vermin. It is said our town would be overrun by disease-carrying creatures. Rats, I would imagine. Oof, horrible little things. I always keep a powerful rat poison around in case I see one of the little monsters. Next is the plague of famine. It is foretold that our livestock will fall dead in their fields with no apparent explanation. We have but the 6 sheep in our pasture, and we make sure they are well tended.
Cool. Very cool. What's the 3rd sign?
The plague of fear. I will not speak of this, not to any outsider. I'll answer anything else I can. Is there something more? Perhaps you'd like to know more about Border Watch itself.
Sure.
I'm glad you asked. I could go on all day about our little community. We are but a handful of Khajiit, as you can see. Many are the evenings we spend around the cooking fire, sharing stories of elsewhere.
The smell of our food travels for miles. If you'd like to stay, I'd suggest getting a room at the Border Watch Inn. We don't get many visitors, but Setasa serves a fine ale. She also has the finest collection of cheeses in the Empire. Her prize cheese has such a powerful aroma, she keeps it sealed in a case. You're always welcome in Border Watch.
2. Speak to Sithasa, who runs the inn, to learn she has a rare Olroy cheese that, if used in her cooking, would serve as a magnet for rats.
Welcome to the Border Watch Inn. We don't get many visitors. Please feel free to take a seat or feel free to look around. We have a fine collection of cheeses here, some of the rarest in all Tamriel.
Cheese seems like a weird thing to collect.
It's been a hobby of mine for years. I've collected cheeses from all over Tamriel, including the rare Olroy cheese. A more pungent cheese you'll never find. It looks smooth, but it stinks to the heavens and beyond. I keep it locked away tight. If I were to try cooking with it, the smell alone would draw rats for miles. It's a lovely conversation piece, though.
It's the orangey wedge in the display case with the blue black backing in the front run, whatever. Come on. It's a big ass block of cheese. You can either pickpocket her, get the key to the case, or you can pick the lock. Up to you. Figure it out. Get it. Do what you gotta do. Make this prophecy happen, Buster. Once you do that, then take the cheese, place the wedge in the cooking pot outside of the inn, and wait a bit.
We're the rats. We pray at night, we stalk at night. We're the rats. I'm the giant rat that makes all of the rules. Let's see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into.
A horde of rats appears east of town and climbs the stairs towards the pot. And my God, do the Khajiits squirm. They freak out. Old boy's putting out rat poison right in the middle of the street.
You've seen it. You've seen the first sign. Perhaps this is the beginning of the Kashara. It has come. We're doomed. Doomed. Run while you can, stranger. Get out.
This gets kind of complicated. You don't have to kill the rats. Rabasa will ultimately take care of them if you don't, but you can do so using your weapons if you feel so inclined. Don't help them. Have fun. I mean, if you're already making their prophecy happen, you don't care about the right thing. If you did, you'd stop doing this quest right now. Now you just have to attend to the sheep. Poor sheep. The pen's just south of the inn. Again, you can butcher them with your weapons or activate the feed trough with the rat poison. Do the rat poison. Note that only 5 of the sheep appear initially. The 6th doesn't show until you've lured in the rats. When the last one kills over, Sheogorath speaks to you and raises the curtain on the final act.
You've done well, mortal. I'm amused to think. Head into the center of Border Watch and make sure to duck.
Return to the stairs and descend to the first cross path. You're pinned in place, and the wind picks up.
I've been better. You can't be too careful out
The sky reddens as if Oblivion Gate has opened nearby, and the center of the village is bombarded by a host of flaming German shepherds. It's raining dogs and a village of cats. The kitties are convinced that Border Watch is doomed. Despite all their grim talk, they stay put after the quest ends. Perhaps they have another prophecy that covers this eventually.
What's the news from the other parts of Tamriel? Nothing I'd like to talk about. So long. Bye.
The bombardment ends. You get a journal entry to return to the shrine. Do so, and Sheogorath turns over a fun little toy called Wabbajack.
Good times. Good times. I hope you had as much fun as I did. Here, take this. It's a fun little toy. Now go away before I kill you.
Yeah, buddy. Good old Wabbajack. And this also kind of get a glimpse into cheese for everybody. Like, you know, that whole Sheogorath shtick. For 20 seconds, this staff will transmute almost any creature into another creature. There's no telling what the other creature will be. It could be something big and horrific, like a Daedroth that wants to eat your face. Or it could be a rat that you can kill with one blow. Hence, when used against tougher enemies, it's an effective way to dial back nasty encounters. The staff won't work against non-player character or an already wabbajacked creature, but its attempted use either against an NPC or any owned creature like a horse, sheep, or dog is regarded as assault. And in the eyes of the law, killing a wabbajacked creature is the same as killing the original. However, if you, say, turn a Legionnaire's horse into an ogre and the Legionnaire kills the ogre and thus the horse, you're liable only for the original assault. It's a fun toy, though it can lead to some rather interesting encounters. I would like to present to you a way that you can combo the fun of the Staff of Everscamp and the Wabbajack. As we know, Frenzy doesn't work on a guard unless there is an Everscamp to attack. Wabbajack can only Wabbajack creatures, not NPCs. You can Wabbajack the Everscamps. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Combo those bad boys. Everscamp, Wabbajack, Frenzy. Everscamp, Wabbajack, Frenzy. You don't understand? Good shit. I think it turned out well, all things considered. Because whenever you Wabbajack and Everscamp, you don't get an assault charge, and hey, endless pranks for everyone. That ends our quest for today. I hope we find some use with some of the things I've shown. Sheogorath is a very interesting character. At some point, we will go into the Shivering Isles and we will explore some of those options that wait for us in the Shivering Isles and the House of Madness. But until then, our next quest, however...
Where did you come from? You look real enough. You must be from the outside. Oh, thank goodness someone finally came.
I fought mud crabs more fearsome than you.